What is up everybody, it is me DevilNeverCry, and as always, today I bring you some more DMC information. As you know, this channel covers anything and everything DMC, so if you want to stay up to date I suggest you subscribe. With that said and done though, today we're going to be diving into a new interview that was conducted with a French gaming media outlet, whose content I believe I have covered on the channel before. As I've mentioned, this is a French interview, so I'd like to give a shout out to RedGraveQ, as well as the DMC5Info Twitter account, for essentially getting this translated and out to the public. With that said and done, let's dive right in. So first and foremost, one of the major questions that people always ask about is, where are Dante's old devil arms? Why doesn't he take them on with new missions? Why don't some of them carry over from game to game? We found that answer in one of the audio drama CDs, whose canonicity was essentially up for question, but in this interview, Itsuno essentially confirms that part of that audio CD is canon, and that Dante does indeed sell off his weapons to pay the bills. Of course, it makes sense seeing how Dante lives, moment to moment it seems, and he has to make ends meet. Of course, I mean, let's not forget that he's supposedly massively in debt to Lady anyway, so essentially this is a given, to be honest, and we have our answer as to why certain weapons are missing. But then at the same time, this brings quite a lot of questions, like, who exactly is buying these weapons? Who is even capable of wielding these weapons without accidentally murdering themselves, like, could you imagine some random human just buying Alistair off of Enzo or Dante, and then just subsequently being impaled, What then? And on the topic of pulling from other DMC media, Itsuno goes on to state that they took a lot of things, a lot of cues from DMC1 and DMC3 in particular. To quote a full translation, I guess, he says, "We used a lot of things that were in the previous games that we brought back in a way or another. About the story, if you're a fan of the series, there'll be things that will entice you to dig deeper into this adventure and where exactly it goes." Now, I personally find this quite interesting. Pulling from DMC3 was a given, essentially considering that 3 is most of the fanbase's beloved game, as well as the fact that it laid a lot of the story out for DMC in general. But pulling from DMC1 is rather surprising. In fact, we've seen quite a lot of enemies be pulled from DMC1. We have the Nello Angelo Knights, we have the Sin Scissors, or the Sin Deaths as they're called here, and of course the Nobodies. As well as that, we have Nightmare, Shadow, and Griffin. It's something that nobody saw coming, in fact, and it's got me thinking, where exactly does DMC1 fit into this game? Because as they said, if you dig deeper, you're sure to find some interesting things. With that all said and done though, what exactly do you think about what we've learned today? Are you surprised that Dante gives away his devil arms? Or did you kind of assume that already, seeing as we've never seen any of them after they were introduced? At the same time, are you hyped for DMC1 and DMC3's inclusion in this game? Can you see yourself digging deeper into the DMC lore? Let me know down in the comments below. And that's going to wrap it up essentially for this video. Now, I've only covered the key points of the interview, however there are one or two more things that I did not touch upon, so if you want to read those, I'll leave a link in the description for you to check that out in your own time. With that all said and done, it's been me, DevilNeverCry. I would like to thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you next video.